No.
Hey,
So where are you from, Harsh?
hey, hi, Sim. I'm from Delhi.
Okay, okay, great. So, so there is a demo session, I guess. So, Raidu would have already mentioned it to you. So, I just
Mhm.
want to understand what you are looking for today.
I'm basically looking for, I asked him for the Selenium trainer. So
Okay.
basically, I'm into manual testing and I have learned a little bit of Selenium, but want to get more grasp on Selenium.
Okay. So, tell me more about yourself. Have you had experience earlier with any other tool?
No, I haven't used any other tool yet.
Okay. So this is the first time, is it?
Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you know about automation, Harsh, if I may?
Automation, basically you use when there is a, means, basically you do for the regression testing when there is a functionality is a repetitive, so that then automation comes into the picture. Uh, that's where we use the automation,
Okay.
where you know that the functionality you are going to execute those test cases in a period of time
Uh-huh.
during the regression each and every
Okay.
time, so then you create your automation scripts.
Okay. That's great actually. So also I'd like to know what do you know about Selenium?
Selenium, I know about WebDriver because I learned a little bit about the WebDriver. So WebDriver is basically a Java code. So and you can write in the other languages as well. So but I have whatever I have learned that is using Java. So it's basically Selenium is used to automate a web-based application primarily. It can be used for other, but primarily on the web-based application, GUI-based, where you can uh, uh, well, find the object uh, on the website. You use those objects, or you can make your script.
Right? So
Yes.
you can see my screen, is it?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, great. So we use Selenium for what? To
Web testing.
automate. And in Selenium, you may have also know about IDE. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's one more thing called Selenium
I think
RC. Then we have Selenium WebDriver.
web testing.
All right. So this is what you're looking for.
Yeah, I am looking for WebDriver. Yes.
Okay, okay, great. So for that session, for that thing to happen, first we need to know what is Selenium IDE and how do we work with Selenium IDE. All right. So then we'll come to WebDriver. Okay. How about your programming? Do you know any of the programming languages like C Sharp, Java, or
Yeah,
Python, Ruby?
I know a little bit of Java. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So are you comfortable with C Sharp or you want to go
Java.
with Java?
Java.
Okay, it's Java. Okay, great. So let's take Java as a programming language. Tell me about the Java programming language skills. Like on a scale of 1 to 5, how do you rate yourself on Java?
1 to 10, you can say 5 or 6 in Java.
Okay, 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 that's good. So I assume that you do know basics about Java. Yes,
Yes.
you have also know the OOP concepts implementation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and control statements,
Yes.
conditional statements,
Yes.
and of course error handling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these are the things that we pretty much need to work with in say Selenium with Java. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
of course let's talk about Selenium IDE for first, and then we then with the help of Java programming language we will come
Mm-hmm.
to WebDriver. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So Selenium IDE first we need to know. Okay, what does Selenium
Hello. 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 Your voice is gone.
Selenium? We do know it is used to automate web applications. What does the why does people prefer Selenium over other automation tools? Other automation tools like QTP, yeah, which is
It's
called
it's open source
UFT.
basically.
Yes, that's correct. So we have other automation tools like QTP and Test Complete. You may have heard about it. There's one more tool called Test Studio. There's again IBM's tool Rational Test. Yes, these are the other automation tools. Okay, so these are on par with Selenium. Okay, they don't do anything less or anything more. They are on par with Selenium. But what makes Selenium special is these all tools that I have just mentioned are actually
Free tool.
licensed tools. Okay, these are not free source. They are actually commercial tools. You'll have to pay for the license, which is anything around, I mean, in Indian money would cost around 5 lakhs. Okay. On the other hand, Selenium is an open source. Okay. That's the first difference. Yes. So obviously, if companies, if current companies, if they could get something for free, we would actually prefer it, right? So why do we have to waste money on a on tool for to buy a license to test our application? Anything that is free, we'll actually grab it. And what makes Selenium more preferable is these supported platforms and supported programming languages. Okay, the supported platforms, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that these yeah, it's sorry to interrupt you. I mean, these basics I know about all those stuff. So, I mean, so because if we don't waste time on this one, if we can directly jump on this some concept of the Selenium, that will be great. Yeah, because
okay, okay, sure. If you know, I'm very happy about that. That saves my time a lot.
yeah.
Okay, let's just quickly jump on to Selenium. Okay, so Selenium IDE is what we would like to talk about today. And Selenium IDE, initially it come when they thought of having an automation tool. They have come up with an simple idea called Selenium IDE. Okay, which is used as an add-on to Firefox. Okay, that is what it is. So this you can download
Your
it from. Yeah, you have any questions?
no, sometimes your voice is coming and it's going. So
Okay, how about now?
no, no, it's fine.
Okay, so this is where we have all the Selenium libraries and all that we need about Selenium. Okay, and from here we go to this download web page. Yeah, and if you just scroll down, these are the supported other non-things. Okay, so here you can find everything that you need about Selenium, and from here we will actually have to download Selenium IDE. So here it is. Selenium IDE is what we are looking for right now, and here we'd have to download Selenium IDE from. Okay. So once you download Selenium IDE, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like this will be added to your web browser, especially Firefox. Okay. So it doesn't support other
Your,
browsers. It
your,
just
your the screen got stuck to that docs.selenium.html. So you are on that, I
but
guess. Your video is stuck on that one page, docs.selenium.html. You are, I guess, on the Firefox page, right? Your Firefox.
uh, your voice is not
It's
clear. Harsh,
video.
what is it you're doing?
I guess the video is slow.
Have
Because
you tried it?
video is little slow.
Okay. Let me make it very slow then. So let me know when you can see Selenium IDE.
I can't see. I guess it got stuck, I guess. So it's not moving for me on that page. Can you scroll the
Let
page?
me actually load it.
Can you scroll the page because I
I'll,
can't see
I'll
anything.
connect again. I'll connect. I'll share my screen again. Can you see my screen now?
It's only that page is coming. That's Selenium actually where you have opened that thing. Other than that, I can't see.
You're
That
still
is
not able to see it.
no. Can you reconnect it?
Can you see now screen?
Yes, I can see, but it's on the same page.
Same page you mean the last open Firefox page?
So, no, no, no. Can you share now?
You can't
Hello?
see my screen?
No. Can you share now? I can't.
Okay.
It's,
So
yeah, now I can see it. Now I can see.
now you see WebDriver page. I mean Selenium IDE thing. Open in mine.
Can you scroll to that page? No, nothing is happening. It's same stuck on the same page where it was earlier in the learninghq.org. It's on the same website.
Okay,
It's
you
on this.
still can't see my page.
Still the same old page coming.
Okay.
Mm,
You can hear us. You can see my screen. This is strange.
can you go to your desktop? Let me see that if I can see.
Yeah. Right now. Can't see my desktop.
No, I can't see your desktop. Still that seleniumhq.org, that page is it's going up and down.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let me recap then. Here voice better. You can't see my screen, that's really strange.
Yeah, I can't see. Oh, oh, oh.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Hey Harsha. Hi.
Who is this?
So, there was some problem with my link. It was showing that the meeting has ended. So at last I'm able to join right now. So let me know if you can see my screen now.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
So I'm in Selenium ID webpage. You can see Selenium ID highlighted in my webpage. Can you see that?
Yes, yes,
Okay, okay. So how about now? Can you see my notepad?
yes, yes.
Okay, I think it's pretty good right now. Okay, let's go ahead. So as I told you, so this is where we can find all the download links. Yeah, everything about Selenium. Yes, you may have already known about this. And if you have to install Selenium IDE, all you have to do is go to this website and from the download link, you'll have to click on from add-ons download mozilla.org. Okay.
Or
Once if you click that,
what is the need of ID in WebDriver?
pardon?
What is the need of ID in WebDriver? Right? We don't need ID in WebDriver, right?
I'll tell you. See, so in order to work with WebDriver, these are the prerequisites. Okay. It's not straightforward. First, you need to know programming language. Yes. Yeah. Now that you know programming language, this is checked. Yes. You in order to work with any of the website or any of the application, you need to identify elements. Is it? Yeah. If you have to enter user ID, so let's say let's go to Gmail web page. Yeah. If you have to enter this something here, you'd have to actually identify it. Yeah. How are you identified as? You're identified as Harsh,
Yes,
right?
password,
You're
password.
identified with your name. Yeah. So your name is a property for you, right? If you think that you are an object, if you see that you are an object, the first property that comes that is in order to identify you, that first property you need is the name, right? So like that, you need to identify elements. Yeah. Identifying elements is as easy as it could be only in IDE. Okay. In WebDriver, you don't have anything that is actually identified by itself.
No,
Okay.
you can
First of
use
all, you
Firebug.
need to.
You can use Firebug, right? That is add-on in
Okay. So you
WebDriver.
do know about Firebug too.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So Firebug does the work for you, but I'm just being professional here. So I'll use IDE if you have no problem, and if you are good with Firebug, I can use Firebug too. So do you want me to use Firebug?
Yeah, yeah. I mean Firebug or either Firebug from both we can find out the path, right?
Okay, so let me understand. So you do know about Firebug, you do know about WebDriver. What else you know? Do you know how to identify elements using ID, name, XPath, link, CSS, everything?
Yeah, kind of little bit because I have practiced on that, so yeah, complete expert in this part.
Pardon?
Yeah, I have practiced on that, so I know. Yeah,
So you do know how to identify elements, right?
yeah. I mean, if you can open, I can automate this tool that the tool which is open in front of me. So that you can use.
Okay, so let me show you something. So let me tell me if you are able to identify.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to
I'll open a
understand.
web application. Yes, yes. You have something?
No, I'm saying that I want to understand more in the concept of the framework, how to design the framework, and that you can do from yeah, if you can ask me some question, I can tell you that.
So you want to know about framework?
Yeah, I mean, in the form because later on that will come later on after the framework and Selenium within Selenium. But yeah, I mean, I mean, if you tell me that automate this page after Google, I can automate this page. So finding the element, I can do that. Yeah. there are the different clicks to find out the element that I don't know about.
So do you want me to explain how to identify elements in different modes?
Mm, um,
See, let me tell you, let me give you, tell you one thing. So this is a demo class, okay? So all I have to show you is whether I'm actually capable or not, okay? So if you want if you have something in mind, you can definitely give me that. But first of all, you need to see whether I'm capable or not to move forward. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do here. So if you go to any demo classes, this is what they'll actually try to explain you in the beginning itself. Okay, first you'll have to tell me whether I'm capable or not. Okay, and then we can move forward. So if you want me to go directly with framework, of course I can do that. But at this point, I don't think actually I really can do that. Okay, so I'm not being hired exactly.
okay, okay.
So you're getting where you're getting right what I'm trying to explain you.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me know if you want me to directly jump into this thing and go forward. Yes, I'll be happy to do that because I assume that I've been hired.
Mm, see, means I know a little bit of Selenium, but when implementing a developing a framework, uh, means software implementing a kind of logic, like uh, so that is where I get stuck. So because I know that if I need to log into this web page and click on some button, I can do that. So using that, but when you design a framework or all those stuff,
Yes, yes.
that
I
means
think I got that. Yes, yes. You seem to be pretty. You seem to be too qualified for the basics. I'm okay with that. That actually makes my life easier. But I just want to understand. I mean, if this has to be moved forward, I'd have to know that if I'm hired or not. So I can give you some basics and everything, but of course, that is something that I would like to know, right? So fine. If you want me to go with that, I'll just give you an overview of how the framework looks like and how we have designed our framework. I have designed my framework. I give it to the students, and we have a company's framework too. I can just give you an overview about that, and let me know if you're good with that. I can share the code with you. Yeah.
yeah,
So all I'm going to tell you about now is how the framework works. Okay, is that clear now?
yes.
Okay. So in your words, what do you mean by framework, Harsh?
And framework is basically a structure design, and how you are, here are, if you are already using web page, here are web elements, here are certain number of pages, different number of pages, and there might be different pages on the web pages. Right, when you are clicking on the one link, it might be leading to some other
Exactly.
pages.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
so,
Yes.
so you
So
can,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
can, there might be different processes, so you can organize in the structure. So basically, so you can organize all the links in kind of a properties file, or where can you can call those links. Because I know a little bit of, I read that the page object model, what is that
Yes.
and
Yes. I
how.
got that.
So,
So this is how the framework in technically that is what the framework is. In simple words, I'll tell you how what the framework is. So framework, as you told, it is a structured way of having classes and go on, so on. Okay, but what the framework on an outline is objects. these are the things that we look for. Okay, one is how about the object store. So let me. Do you have any idea how about the object store in with Selenium?
Uh, Objects are stored in how you stored in a framework or what you want to ask.
Yeah, coming to that. So do
Basically,
you know about JSON?
not much. No, no.
Okay, okay, sure. So we store objects in a JSON file. Okay, so extension would be .json. I can show you an example. I don't think if I have it or not.
Okay, but it can be stored in the, okay, you need to say in the framework, right? But it can be stored in the properties file as well, right? You can create a
Yes,
file.
yes, of course. I'll show you that too. No problem. So you can actually use properties files as well. Yeah, I'll show you an example too. So there's how the properties file looks like. Okay, so you have these are the keys and these are the values, right? You do know that, right?
Mm, and these are the expert or what are
I'm just showing an example of this
okay.
thing. Then if you are looking for a JSON file, this is how a JSON file looks like. Okay, so here this is actually a key and this is a value. And if we are looking for XPaths and elements, and this is how it will look like. Okay, so here we have email ID and this is the XPath. Yeah,
Mhm.
so these are all identified using XPaths. So we can actually identify using other elements too, like you may have already known class name, yeah, just name and link text. Yes,
So,
these are the
what,
different ways.
so what you prefer to find out these elements? You always do using ID, so or what is the best way
No,
you
actually,
to find?
the applications are pretty friendly in your Chrome actually. So what we will do is, yeah, I've actually closed something. So this is my application that is hosted on cloud environment. Okay, so what we will do usually is we just right click on the element and go to inspect and open this. This is on Chrome what I'm explaining you right now, and here we could actually find it. So this is far more better than Firebug. Okay, Firebug, what happens is you may not be able to identify them clearly if you have something like contains text, and there are some other ways of identifying in XPath. So if you use XPath functions, you can actually use partial text to identify.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then there are partial elements. So you may have known just this. If I don't mean any disrespect of this thing. So if you have to identify it using this thing, yeah, it does have a class, right? So you can
Yes.
see it has a property called class. So if I have to identify this using class, so what you probably know is just use this way. Usually this is what would people know. At the rate class equal to, you will write something like this, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is acceptable. There's no wrong in that. But you see, there's a space in between. Yeah. So
Mhm.
usually when you work on a developing environment or when you work on an agile process, these are these tend to change often. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So what you will have to do is you have to find something more unique. So I'm just copying the entire HTML code for this. So can you tell me what are the different, what is a, what are the different
Identifier.
attributes this
It
tag
can.
button has here?
It has a type and
Okay, great. It has a type. It has something called data bind, right?
data bind click, yeah,
And it has
and
something called class.
class.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here of all this, BTN class is something. So if you're a developer, if you have some insight on developing, class is nothing but how is the element defined. Okay. I mean, it just shows me that, okay, class means this is how the element is defined. Yeah, it's like wearing a jeans pant. So imagine that wearing a jeans pant, if you want to identify yourself, that's not going to happen, right? So everyone can wear a jeans pant. If you're looking for a blue jeans, people, many people can wear a blue jeans. So class is something like that. Okay. So then we have type. Type is also something like that. So if there are any submit forms, anything something that we click on something and we have a validation to be done, that comes as a type, type. Okay, and then we have some values called submit. So that is also not going to be easy way of identifying. Okay, then we have something else called data bind. Yeah, this may not sound exactly kind of a show, what do you call, kind of something that is really important, but believe me, it's very important. So if you find something like this, that means developer has used some kind of method or a function inside this attribute that is actually making the object define uniquely, defined uniquely. Okay, you're getting my point,
Yes,
Harsh?
yes, yes.
Okay, so then we can actually go with that. So this is just a sign that I'm getting from from the developer looking at the HTML coding, that this is actually can be used to identify element. Okay, and again, if I have to use this element, I'll have to actually type entire thing like this fully, right? Yeah. So I just have to use this way. So what is the attribute here?
Uh,
It is data type, right?
data bind equals to
The value is this
click
one.
and the
Uh,
this one, yeah.
yeah, and the entire value is this one. Okay, now if I try to identify this, of course, there seems to be some problem. Yeah, and instead, what I can do is I can just use part of the text here, like login. Yeah, this sounds pretty clear for me. So this looks pretty unique for me, and I can just use a function called contains. Yeah, and if I type this and paste it here, this button, right? Button contains, okay, data one. Okay, there you go. I don't know what is the mistake that I did. They look exactly the same, but when it wasn't able to identify. So this is how we can identify it straightforward. So what I am doing here, I'm actually trying to identify this element in the same possible ways that I have, instead more cleverly. Okay, you got my point? What I'm trying to explain here, Harsh?
Yeah, yes, yes. So I just
Yeah.
want to ask, as you told that you prefer to use Chrome instead of Firefox, right?
Yeah, often, yeah.
So is there any specific reason? Or?
Like I
Or-
told you, giving you an example. So the Firebug may not work for something like doc element. So like I told you, so elements
But
can be identified in
but
CSS.
but you just
Uh,
did the inspect element, right? Inspect element you can do in Firefox as well, right? So and you can get that source code also in Firefox. So that's why I'm asking. What is your what it made you to only go into the Chrome or not in the
Yes, I should work. So this is the Firebug, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you want to identify this. Maybe I can give you a very good example too. Have you ever automated this Google website, or at least
Mm,
had an idea to at least
yes.
type something here?
Right.
So what do you see here? This Harsh.
Search box input ID. Yeah, it Google doesn't have that basically.
So it has
Yes.
some blah 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 blah, right?
Yes, yes,
And how
yes.
do you identify it?
Mm, you can identify
Um,
in the class. Uh,
so if you want to identify this using Firebug, how would you do that?
that the fire path. Here is a fire path, right? You are to highlight on
Pardon?
that fire. Here is a fire path, right? Over here, Firebug.
So
So
this
you can just
is a different. So this is again a different add-on.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, if you can just highlight on this text and the there will be there, the path will come over here.
That is a
That,
bit.
that just get bugs in. Yeah, next. Yeah. See, this if you
Okay.
search using this
Okay.
technique.
I understand. So let's see. See, Firebug is actually making people. Okay. Let's go here. Can you see it identified?
Uh, yes.
What does it say?
Not found, right? Mm.
Not found. What do you think the error is?
Able to find that element, I guess,
So
that is not found.
does this thing show you the exactly one? Right. It does show the exact one, right? So I'm not.
Mhm.
This expert doesn't mistake at all. So it
Yes.
has an ID, and
Mm.
of course there's star. That means it can be anything. Or if you want, you can put just input. Yes.
Mhm.
Let's try this. Now is it identified?
No. Did it?
I don't. I don't see any logs, right? So it must have been identified. Yeah.
Mm.
So let's
Yes.
actually send something, some action to it. Okay.
Mhm.
Is it typed?
Mm. No.
So it has to be typed, right?
Where did it go type?
What am
Mm.
what am I doing here actually? I'm sending
Ah,
some text.
okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We still have some exceptions. So
Mm.
what I'm trying to tell you is, Firebug works. I'm not wrong with that. I don't have any problem using Firebug. But if the page is more dynamic, like Google web page, like google.co.in, you will really not
Mhm.
get. I can guarantee you that whatever
Mhm.
methods that you use, you identify elements, will not work for
Mhm.
a longer time. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So
Okay,
what
that
is
is
the
right.
then what is the solution for that? Which what you use
Yes.
in this case?
Yeah, coming to that. So let's go to my Chrome browser here. So here I'm going to google.co.in, and then I'm using F12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what does it show here?
It's showing here input class. Mm-hmm.
Something, right? So it has something called name equal to Q. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
LSIB, there's something called this one. Okay. I will go
ID.
to
ID.
IDE,
Mm-hmm.
use this
ID. Mm-hmm.
instead. Yeah, and then See if it's gonna work or not. There you go, buddy. It's typed right. Okay, so I'm not saying that it's wrong or something. I'm just trying to give you a better way to identify elements. Okay. Okay. Now you got what I'm trying to explain you here. Okay. So that's
So,
pretty.
so you use normally IDE and Chrome to identify the element, right? So that is a basic.
Yeah, that's actually a much better way. That actually simplifies my whole life. That
Okay.
makes my life very easy.
Yeah, because that is a critical part to identify the element for some time.
Yeah. If the page is more dynamic, you really can't expect Firebug to find it. Okay. Or in that case, Firepath 2.
Yeah, because I have never used ID, so not much.
Actually, you'll have to start with ID. Only then you'll know the challenges and everything. Okay. So directly jumping into WebDriver, it's like skipping your first 10 grades and then directly moving on to 11th standard. Yeah. So there's no point in that. Okay. So you will not get to know the application. You'll not get to know what are the actions you have. You'll not get to know how can we identify elements using different ways. You will not even know the other ways of identifying elements, and that are possibly not happen through WebDriver, starting with WebDriver. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Harsh.
Yeah. 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 I
Um,
got it.
so I think I can conclude here. So if you are really happy, if you are satisfied, we can definitely take this forward. Yeah.
If you can tell me this about the framework a little bit, or how the framework works. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'll do it. Actually, I forgot. Sorry. So this is a framework I have actually. This is my company framework, my previous company's framework.
Okay.
I'll just show you a glimpse of it. So, so it is developed using Maven. Okay, so you do know Maven, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit by.
Yeah. So here in Maven we have a file called pom.xml. So what does Maven do? It actually helps me to make the updates pretty easier. So if you may know it's jar files also, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dependency jar files, right? So every time dependency jars get a new version, right? New release. We get a new release, and of course we'll have to update. We'll have to update to that, right? So in order to do that, if I have to do manually, I'll have to download it from that website, yeah, and then change this the already referenced one, and again add the new one, yeah. So that is going to be pretty much like the desk job, right? You don't feel anything different from that. But what Maven does is I just have to specify here. So group ID, that means the website from where it has to be downloaded, and the jar name and the version name. Directly it automatically downloads and adds to my repository or to my project. Okay, so that's it. That is it. Advantage of having Maven. And coming to the source code, so this is how the files are divided. I'm just showing the implementation of it is done. So here we have a package called core, and here we have two classes. So one is called application, another is expert validation, and we also have XML parsing. So this is for reporting. So I can show you an example, or I don't have right now, but I can give you an example later. And these are for reporting. So you cannot expect everything to be done, and if you don't show it properly, there's no point of doing it, right? So let's say that I don't give you this presentation at all, and if I just tell you on words, would you be able to understand?
No.
No, right? Probably no. So if I have something visual, if I have a visual representation of what I have done, only then it looks good. Is it? You getting my point? Yeah, that is what it has. So reporting is used for that. And then we have certain utilities. So we have forget about this meeting. There is very specific functions are written very specific to the application. I mean the application that I am automating, that we are automating. And then we have constants. So constants are pretty much like what is the wait time that I need to wait, yeah, and how are the elements identified, and what are the paths that I can get into, everything like that. And then we have general functions. General functions is something like a generic functions written on other than on Selenium. So let's say that you would have to want to read from an Excel file, okay? You'll have to read test data, right? You'll store everything on Excel, and if you have to store everything on that, you'll have to need something other than Selenium, okay? So all these kind of functions are written here. So let one more example that I can give you is, do you know about hash map?
Key value clear, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. So how to store the red elements into an hash map? Yes, all those functions are written here. And then we have something called global. So this is again more specific to application. So here we define what kind of parameters we need, what kind of browsers we are testing. Yeah, and if you have your application supporting multiple languages too, you can have all the variables defined here. Yes. So and then we have something called localization. Localization again the same thing what I've just told you. So if your application supports multiple languages, you can write all those functions. And coming to test data reader, test data reader, I can read test data from an Excel. Yeah, you can see here. I'm reading sheet name and test case name. Yeah, and then all the functions are pretty much same. Yeah, they're all written to read from an Excel file. And then we have something. Oh no, yeah, these are some functions called, so get time, get date. So you'll get to know why these are used when you have absolutely full access to the application and the framework. Okay. So I can show you another example too. So this is something. So this is again kind of on Java itself. So there is actually much more different structured way. So actions in the sense like send keys, click. So any action that is done on a web element is an action, right? So all those actions are written here.
Okay.
So see, so there's send keys method, and here we have again send keys with different parameters. So all these are used writing. All these are written using um, keeping the overloading concept. Okay. So then we have click functions. So with different parameters. Yeah, and then we have item from drop down. So this is like setting an item from the combo box. Yeah. So there's pretty much structured way. People can easily understand this. Okay, and then we have over mouse. Yeah, if you have to mouse over on something, yeah, these are the functions that can be used. Then we have scroll to web element. So if the element is somewhere down, we'd have to scroll it before clicking on it, just how we do manually. So let's take this as an example.
So all the functions are defined here, right? The action class.
Yeah. So if I have to click on somewhere here, I definitely have to scroll. So those are the functions. Yeah, that helps me to make that helps me here with these functions. And then if I need to get some attribute, yeah, like reading text from a web element, I can use this method get attribute with different parameters. Yeah, and then we have alerts. alerts like handling alerts, and then we have assets like verifying page titles. So as of now, we have just identified this. So this can just go on. So I can write Indian
what is assert?
assertions like verifying something. So I let's say I open a web page, and if I want to see something on a web page that is expected, I write all those functions in assertions. Okay. So let's say that I have a drop down, and let's consider the drop down of countries. Okay. So countries should have all the listed countries like UK, India, and this goes on, right? All these countries should be listed by countries drop down. I shouldn't have anything other than that. So if I see some
Okay.
a state in a country, then that's a huge problem. That's going to be a problem. So I can write all those functions here, and then we have wait functions like wait for element present. Yeah. So all these are overloaded elements, overloaded functions. Sorry. So then we have wait for element enabled, wait for alert, wait for page load. Like this, just goes on. Okay. So are we good here, Harsh?
Yeah. So actually, I have it because I'm getting a project in Selenium where I have to work in Selenium in my new project. Okay, so for that, because that's why I know little bit of Selenium, which is work on what exactly the framework and
Okay.
but
So you're actually expecting on the framework support side, right?
yeah, framework supports like so the new project which I'm getting that is kind of working in the new framework or kind of
Yes,
assisting
yes,
in the
I got
framework
that.
side. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I don't
You have the
have
framework development already, or you're looking for the framework development?
looking for the framework development also, and also I never developed a framework, and
That's
also
okay. I never developed framework until recently.
okay,
So
and
I
also
can.
I'm not very much means you can say that very good in the programming as well, right? So if there is a web page which is taking
Of
some
course, man.
place, and if you have to
Yes.
if you have to fetch, let's say there is a page which comes with 500 lines, and if there's 500 line, if you have to search for India, let's say something, okay, and then
Okay.
you have to scroll down each and every row or each and every column and search, okay, where is India written, something like that. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
that's pretty simple. It definitely
so
help.
yeah, I mean, so I'm just giving you one example. There might be other cases where you have to go into click on each
Sure.
and every drop down
Yes.
and then fetch something and to find out on that web page if that is correct. I have done some fetching, but not on the depth also. Not so that's where I
Okay.
need help. Yeah.
Definitely, Harsh. You're looking at the right person right now. You have the right person with you.
Mhm.
If you are comfortable with me, if you have don't, if you have any,
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't,
it's basically kind of help needed on the project because I know means you can say 20-25% of the savings, right? As you know that earlier I used to do identify the element mostly using the Firebug or Firefox, but
yes,
you
yes,
told me
no problem, no problem.
better way to use is the Chrome, right? So I'm better to
Yes,
use the IDE for that thing, okay, enable you to use system. Because I never worked real time in this thing. I just
that's
worked
okay.
for my
That's
practice.
completely understandable. Yes, no problem. I can definitely help you with that. So if you are good enough, you can just leave a positive feedback to Raidu. Is that what you call him?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I'm an SDR trainer. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be more than happy to help you moving
But,
forward.
but,
So
so
be
you
it
will you be having the enough time to help me on my project, or I will be sharing my
so yes, of course. First, I can always help you at need basis. But if it's going to be just for half an hour or so, that will be okay. But if you have, if it's going to be for a longer time, like say 2 hours or more, then I can only do that after my working hours, like after
Oh,
9, after
yeah,
6
yeah,
p.m. IST. Yeah.
yeah,
So if it's
yeah.
going to
I
be, I
completely.
think you work on UK, right? You are from UK, I believe.
No, no, no. I'm from US.
Okay, okay. So US in the sense probably from
Yes.
evening 6, you'll also be in the morning hours EST.
You are
So that's
from
okay for me.
you are from
I'm from India.
you are from IST, which time? Okay, so yeah, means I'm in EST time zone. So if there is a what time? I guess it's 10 o'clock over here in 9:30. What is the time? It's
Yes, yes,
10
that
9.
is
Okay.
completely fine.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
right now
I,
mine is at 12 o'clock in the night. So okay. So yeah.
you're actually pretty late right now, right? You're, I think it's around 12:30 for you, 11:30 or 12:30, 12 o'clock.
No, it's 12 o'clock. I'm in EST time. It's a kind of you can say
Yeah, yeah.
1.5 hours
Yes.
difference.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I actually
So
have 2 to 3 clients there. The company who I'm working to is also from US.
mhm.
Okay, so I know the US timing. So I mean, it's
Okay,
pretty late. I'm really happy that you took your time out on a weekend, of course,
okay.
and that too on Sunday. On Saturday, usually people go out for pubs on Saturday, being the next day is Sunday. But I really
That
like your. That's I
that
mean, I really appreciate your effort here.
yeah, that will be always be there until if you are to learn something, those days will come. Right? So,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
then I think I can help you with whatever you're looking for. I'm I'm not boasting about myself, but I'm a specialist in, especially in Selenium. I have experience on all the automation tools that I have just mentioned during the first thing, like QTP, test complete, tellering test, your rational functional tester, RFP
Mhm.
tool, so which is very famous right now. So we have something called Renoric Studio, and we have some other tools like Work Certify. And coming to mobile testing, I know APM. I worked with Eggplant for some time. I've also worked with C-Test automation tool, which is a commercial tool. And if you're looking for multiple programming languages within Selenium, I can also help you with that. I know Python. I have worked with Python. I also know C Sharp, which I'm working right now, and I also work with Java. So I'll actually show you Java code and all. Yeah, so I do
Okay.
know more about different programming languages on Selenium as well. So if you are looking for help, I can definitely help you with that if you're okay with me.
What is your basic profile? You work or what do you do when you train?
Pardon?
What do you normally do? You just do training or you do work as well?
No, I am an employee. I work for an MNC.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
It's
very
just a
nice.
part time. It's just a
And,
part time.
and what is your background? You are a developer or you was
No, no, no. I'm an automation tester by profession.
okay? Starting means you were earlier a manual and then moved into automation or
No, no. I have 6 years of experience in automation and all into automation. I don't have any
okay,
experience in manual testing at all.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm jumping into automation now.
That's okay. I've been there, done that. Okay, so I can definitely help you with that.
And this company if I'm going to Selenium,
Pardon?
where I'm working, they are use Selenium using Java, which
Okay,
is
okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. I actually love Java too. I can actually give you numerous examples with Java. No problem.
okay. Okay. Thank you
Anything
so much.
else?
Thank you.
Okay
Thank
then,
you.
great. So if you're
Have a
okay
nice
with
day.
me, have a word with Vaidu or SBR trainings in that
Mhm.
case, and let them come back
Mhm.
to me. Okay.
Yeah. You can talk.
Sure. I'm really
Okay.
looking forward working with you. Harsh. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. Have a good night.
Okay.
Actually.
Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah.
Yeah.